All right, boys. So it's been about a year. Kegger Media Pods is back. I'll have to say we just kind of stopped it. There was a weekend Matt Sterling couldn't do it. And then Hayden and I were going to, and then it just kind of rolled on to where it seemed week after week. It just kind of stopped doing it. But I feel we're back and we're kind of ready. We're in a good place to be doing it. Pop them out once a week, kind of like we were doing them. What do you guys think, boys? I think we're kind of ready to get this thing popping again.
Yeah, excited to be back. Took a nice little break, but we're ready to go.
What about you, Sterling?
Yeah, I think our heads are pretty deep into Warzone and getting our butts kicked and trying to turn that around. So now we're here.
Hey, I like your background too to start off.
Thanks. Yeah, it's my new room.
So, all right, to start off, I think this is such a good week to get it going. This divisional playoffs this past weekend, I would put it as probably the greatest playoff weekend in NFL history. I just each game came down to last second field goal, or that final game was an overtime touchdown. I mean, I think it was the greatest game or greatest playoffs. I do feel somewhat bad for Josh Allen. I think it was incredible. The dude I saw had 9 touchdowns, 0 interceptions over 2 games. The first to ever have 9 touchdowns over a 2 playoff span, and he's not moving on because there's someone with a bigger dong.
You got to feel bad for the guy. And he gets screwed because of the overtime rules, too. They were going back and forth all day, an offensive battle only, and his offense doesn't even get a chance in overtime.
Yeah.
I think that definitely needs to be changed.
You do?
Yeah. I think.
What about you, Sterling? What's your thoughts on?
Can you run by me what the college overtime rules are? Because those are a little bit smoother, aren't they?
Yeah, I believe it's each team gets the ball at the 25-yard line, and each team gets a chance to score.
Is that something the NFL should kind of take in, or is that too? I mean, 25 yards is pretty close. You're gonna get a lot of touchdowns potentially.
Yeah,
unless it's anybody other than Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen.
Yeah. Go ahead.
That's what I would think. I think that's the most fair. Like the stats might get screwed up a little bit with excessive touchdowns, but it's a fair playing field that it doesn't come down to the coin flip. I think that's the most fair way to do it.
I agree with that. To put like an argument in there though, the Bills were the number 1 ranked defense. So, the defense could be sitting there and it came down to a coin flip, but your number 1 defense, let's see if we can get one that they can't even get a stop.
That's
true. Can't even
get
a stop. I mean, I do agree though. It sucks for the offense side of it, but it's like, man, all you needed was that one stop, But
that's true. I also think they messed up by kicking it deep with 13 seconds left and not taking any time off the clock. 13 seconds isn't much time, but even if you knock off 3 seconds, that makes it a little harder.
That is crazy. The chances of a kick return are slim to nothing. And for them to not kick it just short of the goal line and let them waste, even if they have to take a knee or whatever, you're wasting some sort of seconds. That was because it came down to the final 3 seconds once they got it and kicked the field goal. That's crazy.
Even just catching the ball and falling on the ground can take 3 seconds. So it was dumb that they didn't even try it.
Yeah. No,
it ultimately could have cost them the game. So
Big Stir.
Well, speaking of seconds, what do we think about Dak Prescott taking a nice 30-yard run to close out the Niners-Cowboys game?
I understand what they were trying to do. No timeouts is tough. It's like they want to get it closer. My biggest thing is Dak running straight to his center and handing the ball to his center. You need to have your headspace knowing the ref has to touch the ball. That's why you always see those players at the end of the game running straight to the ref, handing it to the ref. I think if he would have went straight to the ref, and the ref sets it down, I think they would have had at least one shot at the end zone. But there was so much time taken away of the ref trying to get through, touching it. I mean, that was a good 2 seconds. But No timeouts, QB sneak. I mean, come on. What is Mike McCarthy doing?
Yeah. I'd have to agree. I like the play, but I think with like 20, 25 seconds, it's a perfect play. They actually got a big chunk of yards pretty quick, but no timeouts, only 13 or 14 seconds left. It's just a dumb play. And
Yeah.
I'm getting pretty tired of all these Cowboys fans blaming the referees. Your quarterback shouldn't be putting the ref in that position in the first place.
No,
so.
and to be honest, the ref actually, they were saying how he hit over Dak Prescott. The ref actually was doing a favor for the Cowboys. He was trying to get to the ball. Dude, he could have easily just walked around, touched it, whatever, the game would have been done. He actually tried to get through the lineman to try and get in. Like, he actually...
And if you watch the play, he actually spots it at the wrong spot. I think the ball should have been about 2 yards further back, but the ref just spotted it quickly. So he actually did them a favor and could have hurt them even more. So
yeah, no, he did.
I don't blame the refs at all there. That was just a dumb play call. And even if they did get it, they still needed a 30-yard pass touchdown at the end of the game. They had one try. So it's not like they were going to win that game. So
yeah, no, I think that, you know, as much as I hate to say the better team won, that right, Sterling? You liked it. You're a big big Niners fan.
And I think maybe a little bit. See our future ex-quarterback here.
I don't know. I think he's winning. I think he's winning a long-term deal, baby.
I can't believe you spent money on that.
It was preseason.
Okay.
Before all this has happened. But you know, that my point being is, then we see how the Niners Packers game ended this last week. I mean, they scored no offensive touchdowns, and they beat one of the best quarterbacks, arguably, in the game. And I think everything's kind of just going their way this postseason. So